Kosia is on the line in Orlando. Hey, how are you?
Hi, Mr. Ramsey. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Thank you for all you do. God bless you.
You too.
So, I have a question about my mom. Her landlord is planning on increasing the rent by $400, and she has no way to pay this for the next year. She currently makes about $2,400 a month. So, with the new rent plus utilities and her personal bills, she's looking at over $3,000 a month. As her daughter, I've tried to look for many different places for her to move to somewhere cheaper so she can save money and buy a house for next year. But she keeps tossing them aside because she's very picky. Anything that's not in her taste, she would just disregard it. So, how do I convince my mom that she needs to find somewhere cheaper so she can save money? She's 54 and she doesn't even have a single dollar in retirement savings. She has nothing, but she wants all the bells and whistles.
How old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
Okay. Why does a 54-year-old woman need help picking out her new place?
Because she just needs help with those things. She's not too tech savvy, like going on websites and finding new places.
Well, you don't have to be
and
tech savvy to know you can't live there anymore.
Yes, sir.
You can
And
do that
she's
with a
not
yellow pad and a number 2
finance-minded.
pencil.
She's not finance minded at all. I'm the person who's always on her to pay her bills on time, avoid late fees. I always give her business ideas, but she just tosses them aside. She doesn't see the urgency in fixing her finances.
She'll get urgency if you don't fix them for her. They'll evict her butt.
What's her plan
And the
currently?
thing is that
Just to go into debt, $600 a month?
she said she's going to get a second job, but here's the thing. My mom is a single mother. She's always worked 2 or 3 jobs, so it's taken a huge toll on her health over the years. So I really don't want her getting a second job. And I want her to buy a house and save money for retirement. But she doesn't understand that she needs to find somewhere cheaper and save money. I really
agree
don't want
with
her
your
to work
conclusion.
more.
I agree with your conclusions. And I appreciate you loving your mom and wanting good things for her. I am really confused why you're the only adult in this conversation with your mom. This is not your job. She's
Yeah.
54 freaking years old. It's time that she learned how to do something. You know?
Yes, sir.
I mean, my kids don't run around taking care of Dave.
Yeah.
And I don't even run around taking care of them. They're like your age. So, I mean, these are supposed to be like adult activities. You shouldn't be having to caretake your mom unless she has some kind of mental disability, and then you're taking care of her. I understand that. But she doesn't have a mental disability. She just doesn't give a crap.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like she has a
not
lot of
to
drive
sound-
either. What's she doing for work?
Exactly. She's a CNA. That's all she's done for many years.
Full time?
Because, she works 3 days and then 4 days.
Yeah. Okay, so what would I do if I were in your shoes? Now that I'm getting over just being aggravated at your mother for being irresponsible. Okay. I appreciate the journey that you are on and the question that you're asking, but the answer is I don't think you can do this for her, and I don't think you should do this for her. It's not good for you. It's emotionally weird. It's a boundary violation, and it's not good for her. So instead, what I would do is step to the side and have a conversation with her that sounds like this. Mom, I love you, and I want you to have a great life. You have worked so hard for so many years that it makes me cry that you are struggling. I can't do this for you. I won't do this for you. But I will be your biggest cheerleader, and I'll even coach you on some things I think you should do. But you're going to have to ask me what I think you should do. I'm not going to tell you anymore. And if she decides to sit over there and do nothing and get evicted, that is her grown-up decision. It is not your responsibility. You need to wash your hands of this. It is not in you can't fix her life. She has to fix her life. And even if you could, you shouldn't. It's weird and toxic. So your love for her and your honor for her, for all the wonderful hard work she's poured in, and your wish for her that she has good things is dependent not on you, it's dependent on her to go get those things. You can't do it for her. Nor do I have a sentence that you can say to her that says, whoo, now all of a sudden this lady who's never had any ambition gets some. This lady who's chosen not to ever deal with finances at all suddenly wants to go do that. Now, but what you can do is come alongside her and just say, Mom, I love you. I'll help you any way I can in terms of coaching you, and I'll be your biggest cheerleader. But I'm not going to do it for you, and I'm not going to carry the emotional burden of you not being able to pay your rent when you refuse to carry your own emotional burden of you not being able to pay your rent. Does that sound harsh to you?
No, it sounds reasonable. I'm just very concerned about her health. I don't want to lose my mom.
Her
She's
physical health?
54. She's not going to die from getting evicted.
But she's had a lot of health scares because of working so hard over the years. She's always had 3 jobs because it's
You
just her.
can't fix it, honey.
Okay.
She has to fix it. You're more worried about her than she is. She's not worried about it. Is she?
Yeah.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, you're a 9 on worrying about her. On a scale of 1 to 10, she's a 2 on worrying about her. Am I right?
You're right.
Yeah. So, I mean, you cannot, if my kid doesn't want me to eat pizza and fried bologna anymore, toughies. I'm still going to eat it. I'm 62. I'm free. I get to make these choices. And if my 30-year-old doesn't like it, toughies. I'm still eating fried bologna, and I'm still going to eat pizza and biscuits and stuff, okay? And, Dad, I'm worried about your health. I understand, but I'm not worried about as much as you are. I'm still going to eat that. These are choices that grown-ups get to make.
All change starts with being angry about your situation. Until she hits that point, she's not going to change, and enabling her is not going to help her long term.
But you can put your arm around her and say, I'm worried about you, and when you're ready to do this stuff, I'll be your biggest cheerleader, and I'll be your biggest coach. But I can't coach a wet blanket. So Mom, when you get ready to move, I'll help you. But I can't do it for you.